Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here we go now on first and goal. Smith and Jigba in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds here.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Now Goff. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So nothing doing there. 3rd and 7 now. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. They've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Young now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and short yardage. Young escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Buccaneers' 22-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jonathan Taylor, 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Texans to take. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check pink. Go red.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Young. He'll buy some time right. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Young. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Goff. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now Young. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
2nd and 7. Now Chubb running right. Nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. It's Young off play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Young keeps it, moving right, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They run off tackle right with Kamara. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Chubb will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Koo now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down is gone. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Goff on 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On second down, here's Goff. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break here. Goff looking deep for Julio. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now here's Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It's fielded at the 45.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marvin Mims, 64 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And here comes the Texans now. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Pushes him over. Another miss. Still on his feet. How about this? Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off play action. Here's Goff. They're looking deep here for Flowers. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 158 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. They go with Chubb on second down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 12. Throwing, Young. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, putting the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. Still on his feet. A big play there on the
catch and run. 58 yards. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They go play action. Young. They'll roll him out right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Chubb will get the call running left. Takes it to about the 37. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Young. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A give running right is Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, Young. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow, line.
Man in motion left. That's Smith-Njigba. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. There's the stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Smith-Njigba in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Kuhn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And you've that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 11.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 13, a little under a minute 50 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to find Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
Goff on first down. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Julio Jones all alone. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Here's 1st and 10.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Now Goff. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To the air again, Goff. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, go timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna fly now. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set, my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't get money, been Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up in the family.